and only Heather Jackson. Heather, how are you? Welcome to Chattanooga 5150.
Oh my gosh, so good to be here. So good, yeah, be able to chat with you guys.
Hi, Heather. It's great to see you. And just we brought you on, of course, because we love you and we miss seeing your smiling face, but also because you won Ironman 70.3 Chattanooga in 16, 17, 18, and 19. So we thought you could talk to our people about how to tackle that, give some tips, something like that. Anything trick up your sleeve you want to share?
Okay, yes, Chattanooga is great because it's a downstream swim. So I always get out of the water only like a minute down instead of like 4. So really
Nice.
helps. No, I absolutely love Chattanooga. The entire course is just incredible. Obviously, they're on the bike. For me, it's a punchy rolling course, and so you can really attack the hills. So that's always, yeah, just up and down. You have to push the downhill as much as you push the uphill, and it's just, yeah, and it's always a headwind coming back. The last 10 miles into town is where you can really make up some time as well. Obviously, not dealing with headwind here, but yeah, I love that bike course and run course, incredible.
Now, we talked a little bit about looking at the topography of the course on the Ruby screen, that it's a course that requires a tremendous amount of focus because the topography is always changing. You never get any flat sections. You're always shifting gears, adjusting your effort, adjusting your power. Would you agree with that? It's not really a course that allows any kind of mental rest whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. 100% totally agree with that. It's more, yeah, just these rolling roads that you can, like I said, attack the hills. And then also it's like you can almost take it tactically of like get over that hill and out of sight from if someone's behind you, or if you're behind, usually I am coming out of the water, you can see people like on a crest of a hill and really attack one and come down. And it's a difficult one because people are in and out of sight the whole day, and so it can either be good for you mentally or not good for you mentally. But you just have to stay on it and know that that's kind of the course, and use that as best you can, I guess, on the day.
That's great. Great tips. Thank you, Heather. Let's come back to just some current days. What's it like there in Bend, and what's your training been like here now that we're mid-July in beautiful Bend, Oregon?
Yeah, Ben's amazing right now. The weather finally broke. It was a little bit delayed in doing that. Waddy and I made the trip up from Arizona in, I think it was May. And we probably could have waited in Tucson a couple more weeks. It was still kind of cold and rainy. It's broken. It's beautiful here. So, yeah, we're just out exploring, a lot of gravel riding right now. I've been doing a ton of just gravel riding and trail running. Our pool opened 2 weeks ago. So, I'm on the second week of back in the pool, but I've gotten in the river a few times, a couple of the lakes up here. So just trying to make the most of, I guess, the pause in the racing right now. But yeah, still training a lot. Actually, I would say I'm probably training more, but more just longer aerobic. Kind of trying to stay about 6 to 8 weeks out from a race. So I don't know. That's I don't think anyone has
Awesome.
answers right now, but just my current approach.
So how do you adapt your goals then? You say you're maintaining a sort of a fitness level that puts you, 6 to 8 weeks out from race fit. So how do you set a goal when that sort of race start keeps moving? What sort of goals do you set for yourself? Sort of day in and day out, and then a little bit sort of intermediate term, since we don't know when that 6 to 8 week countdown clock will finally begin.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the first month was tricky. I think maybe we all thought we'd come back quicker than we did. So the first month was a little, I don't know, it wasn't as mentally challenging. Now it is tough some days for sure, just to be like, okay, are we going to race? But I'm super grateful. I started working with a coach this year, Ryan Bolton. So he's been good with just planning out the overall look and kind of keeping the bigger focus. And for me, I went with him largely for the run portion. That's where I feel I haven't necessarily shown what I think I could. So we've really been working on the run, and that's just been a longer term progress anyway. So we are looking at months out, and it's just been this consistent build for that. And then same with the bike, just I guess staying on kind of bigger, longer stuff before dialing into more intense race style efforts. I I guess in terms of the daily goal setting, it's just I usually have a longer term approach to the year anyways, looking at October, even when I'm still in April. So it's not that different for me. It's just yeah, knowing that what you're doing now is still beneficial, whether we race in 2 months or 6 months or even longer. I mean, the work you put in now will pay off down the road. So just trying to use that again. That's sounds all nice and rosy. Some days are more difficult than others, obviously, to stay on it and get up and train. But yeah, you can set kind of intermediate goals, I guess, or like, okay, I want to do this sort of run 8 weeks from now, and you can set your own goals and build towards those.
Okay, let me just say, like Ryan Bolton, he's a superstar. You're a superstar. That's a great combo. You're working on your run. Do I not remember you ran like a 1:14 open half marathon in Carlsbad a couple years ago? You're already a fantastic. Is that, did I make that up?
No, you're right, Michael.
Okay,
I
just
haven't.
wanted to share that.
That's not good
It ha-
enough.
it's I feel like I haven't mastered the longer. Like I crack at, I mean, as
Okay.
everyone does, it's not a secret at like 18 or 19 miles, or I just haven't that marathon. I've never broken 3 hours. That's a goal
Okay.
of mine. Just,
Yeah.
I want to break 3 hours at Arizona in 2018. I went 3 hours flat in like 20 seconds or something. And it's great there. I want to do it so bad.
I
That's
get you.
great.
I just give you a hard time because I really think a lot of you. But thanks for fielding that question and my nerd brain. But Heather, let's just do this. It's going to be hard, but what is your favorite? What if you just had one favorite memory of Chattanooga? What would it be? And I know you've had a lot of good ones, but just ponder for a second. Share your favorite memory of this beautiful course.
Oh, I can't do two.
Sure, two. Sure, two. Okay, I broke down easy.
The first one that just pops in, I heard you mentioning this earlier, with the people in Chattanooga. That is literally why I go back every single year. It is just I don't have a set memory beyond just the how fantastic and nice everyone in that town is. We have an incredible homestay in the O'Briens, Johnny and George O'Brien, and then just the people all over. Like you go into the YMCA for a quick swim, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're back!" Like everyone's just so welcoming and nice. So that's probably the first thing that sticks out to me. The biggest memory I have, I saw Meredith Kessler's racing this one 2 years ago. Her and I had a run battle literally the whole day, and I'll always remember that run race. It was just, yeah, incredible just to run side by side and battle it out with someone. And her and I are good friends, and to have that memory on the course like Chattanooga was awesome.
Super.
Heather,
Love it.
before we have to get back to our race, I could talk to you all day, but I do have one more question for you. Is you mentioned, because I think this would be helpful for some of our Facebook fans, you mentioned your pools have just opened. We know you're a big fan of swimming. So we wanted to ask how someone with such a love of the pool, how are you mentally facing getting back in the water, having been out, and how do you strategize a return to swimming from someone who probably isn't the biggest swim fan in the world?
Oh man, yeah, it's tough for sure. To be honest, okay, the way our pool is set up, you have to schedule 40-minute blocks. And so it actually makes you really focus. Like, okay, you only have 40 minutes. I've been scheduling a couple doubles, maybe twice a week, just for a little bit longer, but just taking baby steps. I think you don't want to like jump right in since you can swim finally and injure yourself. Um, so I guess kind of set yourself like, okay, the first two, three, four, who knows how long, is going to feel horrible, and it's more just getting back that feel in the water, and just getting back in before you actually attack. I guess some harder stuff. Just your body needs, your arms specifically need to get used to that again before so you don't have an injury, obviously. So I guess mentally it's just like, okay, just put the work in now. Just it shouldn't be a situation you dread, which when I have like a super hard set, masters led by Matt Lieto, I know is going to be horrible, that I like can't sleep the night before. It's like, okay, enjoy this now, because you haven't been able to do it for 3 months. So I'm trying to, yeah, just see the positive right now. But I guess my tips, just don't go overboard in the first, three swims you're back.
So good, Heather. So good. Great to hear all those wonderful tips. I know the age groupers can appreciate, and the pros as well, probably. So thanks for sharing. I want to say this. We appreciate your time. We want to give you ample opportunity to go eat a banana, which I'm sure is what you do most of the time. And we'll say thank you for your time, and we'll see you real soon, I hope.
Thank you guys so much. So good to hear your voices.
All right, take care.